Thank you, D.A. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kemba Walker.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So the New York starting five. In the forward positions, Barrett and Randall. Rose is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's McGee in at the 5 down low. And for Brooklyn, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Williams is out there with Michael Jordan. And it's Love in at the 2 spot. Two very athletic teams here, Greg. A game that's sure to produce a lot of highlights.
And makes me think of Stacey Augmon, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside.
And Randall throws it down.
Randall with massive improvement over last year and can beat you in so many ways that he has confidence in now. What a fun.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And a wide open. But look for Jordan. Good. A nice assist for Williams.
And wasn't really a long-distance shooter in college. Jordan really worked on his range ever since being drafted.
Rose with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. And the rejection by Cousins. In transition, here come the Nets. Love's running, and the dunk by James.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Randall. Last time out, he had 14 points. Floats it up for Randall. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Love. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the paint, to halt the run, and quickly with the lay-in.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm. And Kevin, one thing you have to respect about Derrick Rose is that he's never stopped evolving. He's constantly adapting his game to best fit what his team needs.
And so here is New York following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Against quickly, and it's Love penetrating, and the dunk by Love.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Randall following the bucket by the Nets. A fader. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. When you think about how Derrick Rose has changed, Greg, as a player, you see some of that in almost every facet of his game.
And yeah, over the years, he's tuned his shooting and play style in lots of little ways. But what hasn't changed is his talent for setting guys up. He's got a great eye for when and where to drop the dime.
Here's quickly, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Here's quickly. New York, no good that time either. Brooklyn with the ball. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. Cousins, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Cousins has got his second basket.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Now here's Love. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
This this is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the New York Knicks. 15-point game. So for the Knicks, Nerlens Noel checks in for JaVale McGee. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Reddish in for Rose. Top of the key, Reddish. Shoots over Embiid. It's Barrett on the wing. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, Barrett had some time to focus there, and he made that one count.
On the wing, Chandler. Quickly covering. And the three ball is good. James has got 8 points.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
It's Barrett on the wing. 17 points in his last outing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him on a rhythm. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And it's quickly missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking him off the middle there once he got inside.
And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
Three-pointer. The shot's good from Quickly. He's got 5.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Now here's Chandler. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Harris has checked in for R.J. Barrett.
Checking in for the Knicks, Joe Harris.
Nets on defense. They lead by 17. Quickly the pass to Reddish. Driving in. No good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserve.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
Here's Quickly following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And the rejection by Embiid. Here's Reeves. Again, the Nets for 2.
And for a big man, Embiid sees the floor as well as any big. Recognizes when one of his guys has an opening for a shot.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers. And slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's James. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Chandler's shot, good.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blow.
Your Brooklyn Nets.
Well, one of the game's most electrifying dunkers is Obi Toppin. As he explains, the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
My dad's nickname is Dunker for Life.
Yeah, he might. But Toppin's dad, a street ball legend, Greg, in New York City.
And I'm sure he's proud to see his son carry on that legacy in the NBA. Not only that, but playing for their hometown Knicks.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. The pairing up front, Toppin and Randall. Harris is out there with Rose. And it's Reddish in at the small forward.
Reddish in constant motion at that time and able to draw foul.
And Brent, some interesting family history here. Your dad, Rick, brother John, and you all ended your careers playing for the Houston Rockets.
The next time, Kevin, that you and I are broadcasting a game in Houston, I'll walk you across the street to the Berry Cemetery and we'll take a look at the headstone.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Cousins. Antetokounmpo comes in for James. Morant, he's checked in for Michael Jordan. And Curry subbed in for Williams.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true, but also give him credit for being unselfish.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Knicks trail by 21. Pass to Toppin. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And Towns gets it to go.
And how about Towns there taking full advantage of that size, just dominating the glass on that second chance opportunity.
Now, here's Barrett. Not a lot of room. And the rejection by Towns. Launches it. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Barrett the pass to Randall. Back to Barrett. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Barrett's got his second bucket of the night.
A really good focus from RJ there. I think that improves his percentages.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Outside Rose. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. No dice from 9 feet out.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And the shot falls short this time.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Randall outside. Toppin, no one around him. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Toppin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. It's Morant with the drive. Giannis kicks to Curry. Fade away. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Knicks go the other way with it. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, you can see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
And your Brooklyn Nets.
The Nets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Knicks. Here's Randall. He has 7. And he slaps it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, putting on a bit of a show here.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Nets. The Knicks also changing it up. Nerlens Noel checks in for Julius Randle. And quickly in for Rose.
And Barrett will give you these kind of flashes. He got up that time.
Pass to Morant. Gordon with no one around. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Gordon's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Quickly. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
Tries from 10, and the Knicks good for 2.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Nets leading by 20. Here's Gordon. Chalk up 2 there. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Here's Barrett. Nice D from Cousins.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Count that one. Gordon's got 7 points in the game.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Quickly. Passes it to Gordon. Over Barrett. A second chance effort, and Cousins with the lay-in. 6 points for him.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Barrett, no good.
Okay, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively. Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Quickly setting the pick for Reddish. And there's the drive. And that time, also a missed shot. And so Cousins will bring it up for Brooklyn. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Good on the shot.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Towns, who's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And New York with a change here, too. Joe Harris is checked in for Reddish. Here's Noel, and Noel throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Nets.
It's Morant with the drive, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on jump. And here we go, Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And this is the time now where the officials can review.
The previous play is under review.
Personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get it.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
It really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. It was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Brooklyn Nets.
The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. New York's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Now here's Noel. Kicks to Barrett. Ja Morant grabs the rebound.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
The Knicks have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. And there's the pass to McGee. For three, Harris sinks the three-pointer.
Harris.
Harris has got 5 points so far.
And you can't give Harris any breathing room to shoot, especially when he's looking to fire the three ball.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
In that game against the Bulls, you love these types of battles. Sort of a toss-up because the talent is similar. Hard to predict who will rise to the challenge, but I guarantee you it's going to be fun to watch.
And now let's take a look at the excellent first half we've seen so far for the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
And time for us to sign off here at the studio.
We don't sign off, Ernie. We're still going to be here watching and analyzing the action.
Yeah, right. I'm going to be here watching.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Jordan. Williams is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Love in at the shooting guard position. Rose passes to Randall. 5 to shoot. Elbow shot is on the way. And he hits the jump shot. Randall's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Knicks.
And one thing that separates Randall from other guys, his size, that spin move. He can do it off the drive, in the post, now going either direction.
New York's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. McGee with it, guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Barrett wide open, he fires. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists tonight. And whirling around the floor, Greg, is there anyone Randall reminds you of?
I mean, they're different players, but Hakeem Olajuwon had an unbelievable spin move. Takes a lot of body control, especially for taller guys. But when you do it well, man, it is tough to stop.
Here's Quickly, and the rejection by Cousins. The shot's good from McGee. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Outside Jordan, high post Cousins. From 11 feet away, another one falls for Brooklyn.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And checking out some numbers for Stephen Curry.
His effective field goal percentage, a favorite stat of the analytics crowd, has been on the way down over his past 10 games. His game isn't as well-rounded as it needs to be. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Barrett. A shot that time, not on target. The Nets go the other way with it. And here's Chandler from the arc. And they get it back. Embiid kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Back to Chandler. Over quickly. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist in this one. New York shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Randall, a screen on Gordon. Here's Barrett. No good again that time. Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Randall no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Gordon outside. It doesn't go for him. The Knicks go the other way with it. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. Out to the right wing. Randall down low. James covering. And the rejection by Embiid. The Nets have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Reeves is checked in, and Curry subbed in for Williams.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Curry outside, connects from 3-point range. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
All those things that Steph does before the game, and you think there's no way he's pulling those off in the game. Guess what? He's pulling them off in the game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And here's James outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. New York's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far.
3rd quarter.
Reddish the pass to Quickly. Over James. And it's off the back rim, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Gordon finds Embiid. Gordon against Quickly. Pass to Reeves. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Quickly. The Knicks shooting just 33% in the 2nd half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. 1:21 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Yep, that one goes in there. Toppin's got 5.
And I like this. Don't just put Obi on the perimeter or have him spot up. Use that length. Use that toughness. Let him make plays inside.
And here is James. 14 points for him. Into the lane. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Obi Toppin. The Nets shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
He's perfect from the line this time. New York shooting 43% for the game. 52 seconds left in the third. Lets a floater go, and he lays it up and in. Toppin's got his third basket of the night.
That's a pretty graceful shot from a big man out there as Toppin hits the floater.
Towns, he's checked in for the Nets.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. The past month has been surreal. Second in field goal percentage. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And you mentioned it, he's the second best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. Here's quickly. A three-pointer off the mark.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Good. 12 points for him.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Here's quickly. And that one is off. Nice D from Cousins.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
It's tipped. He gets it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Brooklyn way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. They have been excellent at both ends of the floor. The scoreboard showing what a complete performance this has been. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Kemba Walker. Harris is out there with Randall. Then there's Maker. Down low, it's Sullivan to Kumbo. Chandler with the ball. He's picked up by Walker, and the shot is good. 14 points for DJ.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Drives to the hoop. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Randall with the ball. Here's Grimes. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
His first
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And, Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it. But at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively. And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Pass to Harris. Rebound, Brooklyn. Now, here's Morant for 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Look, he's an MVP performer on the court, but Giannis and that leadership and attitude, he's a team-first guy.
Tries the spin move, and that one drops.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Maker dishes to Harris. Brent, is someone with on-court and front office experience. Just how valuable is a good relationship, do you think, between the players and a team's executive leadership?
Well, Kevin, I don't think it's much different than a good friendship. You know, take it away from the court and think about things in your life that impact you. It's somebody that shows that they care for you beyond what it is that you bring to the table. And that's the most important part about earning and trying to gain trust with the players that you bring into any program, is that you want to let them know that you care, and you want to let them know that you have interest in them as people first. And if you can get to that point, that foundation and platform to build out a player and to have him grow with the organization, that's a priceless relationship.
Here's Randall, and the Knicks miss again.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Maker, and the rejection by Towns.
And when it's his focus, Towns is a very good shot blocker, both on ball and as a help defender.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Brooklyn making some changes. Joel Embiid comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Jordan in for DJ. Outside Rose. Dishes it to McGee. And again, unable to change momentum here. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Nets passing it around, stolen by McGee. Harris, right side. Passes it to Noel. Outside Rose. We're seeing a lot of top high school players opting for the G League over college now, Greg. What's your advice to top young players on their path to the NBA?
And well, Kevin, I think you just answered it. It's their path, and I don't think the same path is right for everybody. There are going to be a lot of talented young men and women who want to go to college for the experience, you know, for the environment, for the networking, right? You're going to make some of the best friends you'll ever have on a college campus. Having said that, though, some kids aren't in the college, aren't in the school. They want to just go and pursue their passion and their craft, and that's why I think the G League and the developmental leagues that are out there are so good for these young players.
And the rejection by Giannis. Harris against Morant. Outside Jordan. Over Harris. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight. Barrett against Jordan. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's foul number 2 for him.
Third team foul. Substitutions for your Nets.
Barrett kicks to Noel.
Fourth quarter.
To the middle. Here's McGee. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for JaVale McGee.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And it's Gordon missing. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the New York Knicks. The pass to McGee. Shoots over Cousins. The second effort. In deep, McGee drops it in. McGee's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Gordon outside. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 6 assists now in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one thing about this team, they never stop pushing the envelope. Fantastic year already with 65 wins, and tonight making it 66. Very impressive.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Cousins.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Pass to Rose. Barrett trying to free himself up. Here's McGee. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
His first foul.
It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
JaVale McGee, shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from McGee. Both free throws good from McGee. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brooklyn's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Outside Rose. Pass to McGee. Jordan against Barrett. Over Jordan. Out to Harris. Over Gordon. The rebound by the Nets. Williams with a clean look. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going fully on display here.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, DeMarcus Cousins.